Hello class, hope everyone's doing well today. I'm recording this on a Friday afternoon, so hope everyone's looking forward to an exciting weekend. I did want to come to you and talk to you about this assignment I added into the course. It's a requirement of the GNTC English department that you complete this. It's called SLO. I don't know what that stands for, but anyway, student learning objective, I think. But anyway, so I want to talk to you about how to do this. I did add it here to the course. You see it's after your second essay, after the classification essay, which is due Tuesday, March 5th. And so this particular assignment, the new assignment, you can see here is due on Thursday, March 7th, a couple of days later before the regularly scheduled assignment, which is due on Friday. So it's the rare assignment, an odd assignment that is due on Thursday. So when you click on it, it takes you to the assignment itself and explains to you what you should do. And then also in that folder is where you found this video, which obviously I haven't added yet. So when you click on the actual assignment, and that's what I have done. Actually, there it is, but I've opened it again. You were to read this essay, and you just can Google this title. The links doesn't seem to work here, but anyway, just Google this title. I may add a link to it in the folder. Actually, I probably will. But your social life, are you a fox or a hedgehog? Read this little essay, and then write a little paragraph about it. Basically, answer the essay's title question: Are you a fox or a hedgehog? And find evidence from the essay that supports which one you are, and you'll see the difference when you read the essay. And write a short little one-paragraph response, 8 to 10 sentences, that answers this question. And in answering the question, are you a frog or a hedgehog, you should quote from the article at least once. You know, this is the quote that helped me come up with my answer. This is the quote that told me which one I am. And then you should cite that quote and have a brief works cited page at the end. So it's a little mini research paper, a little research paragraph. Obviously, we'll be doing a lot more with research in the final unit of the class when we actually write our full-length research paper. But this gives you a little taste of how to do that. So you include one MLA citation. We're using MLA and one direct quote. And then again, you have a correctly formatted works cited page. So that's really what I want to talk about here briefly, is how to do these things. So what I did, what I have done here is I have Googled MLA citation for an online article, because that's what this is. This is the article right here, actually. You see, this is an online article from Big Think. Big Think is the organization. I'm not sure what Big Think is, honestly, but it's the organization that created this online website, magazine, whatever you want to call it, and it has articles, and this is the particular article that you're reading. Are you a fox or a hedgehog? So again, in this other website, the other tab here, I've Googled how to do an MLA citation for an online article, and usually these things take you to the Purdue Writing Lab. The Purdue OWL is kind of the Bible of how to do all this English stuff. And so I would scroll down here. You're not citing an entire website. You're just doing this one article. It's not a page on a website, really. It's either an article in a web magazine. It's not a scholarly journal. Big Think would not be a scholarly journal, I would think. So anyway, I'm just going to go with this, an article in a web magazine. Now, you know, you do your best. You try to think, what is this? What is this? What is this called? And again, it seems to me to be an online magazine of some kind. So you see, you start your works cited entry with the author, and then you put the name of the article, your social life, are you a fox or a hedgehog, in quotation marks. Then you put the name of the website right here, which is obviously Big Think. Then you put the date, if it has a date, which it does. I'm looking at it now. It does have a date. And then you put the web address. You don't put the HTTPS : you don't put all that, but you do put the URL after the 2 backslashes, and you put the URL period, and then you put the date you accessed it, the date you looked it up, accessed on whatever day you looked it up, and that's the information you put in your works cited entry. I hope this is something you've done before, but if not, I hope this is making a little bit of sense. And then in your actual paragraph, now this is getting a little complicated, and I don't know how to show it to you. Let's do this. So let me just get a new paper here. So I'm writing my paragraph, right? Okay. Let's see here. And again, you're going to write a better paragraph than this. I'm doing this very quickly off the top of my head. I believe I am undoubtedly a fox. I think this because Hogg, that's the author, the author's last name, Pamela Hogg, states in her article, comma, a fox is very sly. I'm just making this up. And then, this is what I want you to understand. In parentheses, after that quote, you put the first word of the works cited entry. And we're going to get into the works cited entries in just a second. And then that, in this case, it's Hogg, the author. I've already said Hogg here, of course, but I'm going to put it again in my internal citation. This is called an internal citation. And then I put my period, and then I keep on writing. This describes me because yada yada yada. And of course, all of this is like everything else we've done is Times New Roman, 12 point, double space, paragraph, spacing, double spacing. Get rid of this stuff here. I don't know why it does that. And so that's. And of course, I would write 8 to 10 sentences, make this a real paragraph, but I would have the internal citation where I cite the first word of the works cited entry about the quote that I've used from the works cited entry that contains the quote that I've used. You only have one source on your works cited page, obviously. You're only going to have this one article that you've been directed to. And I'm going to cite that one time in the paper after the quote. I hope that makes sense. If not, hopefully it will make sense by the time we finish the semester and you actually write your research paper. Of course, you can always email me questions now to make sure you're understanding it. And then you have to do your works cited page. So again, we're still in this Purdue website that I showed you earlier. I want to see here, I'm looking for a sample works cited page. Okay, this is how the works cited page should look. Okay, you have works cited centered at the top. And then you do it like this. You have the information, and you put that information that I showed you earlier. The information with the author's name and the title of the article and big think and the date. All that stuff that I just showed you goes right here in your works cited entry. So to show you how this should look, again, after you have written your paragraph, technically on a new page, it's supposed to be on a new page. You're going to put works cited. Normally you put works cited, but we only have one work, singular. So works cited. I'm going to put I'm not going to actually do it for you, but put your author's name, and last name, comma, first name, the name of the article in quotation marks, and then I think it was italicized, right? In italics, the name of the magazine. And then see, I forget. I've got to look back at this thing. I forget exactly what it said. You guys probably are ahead of me. You probably remember what it said better than me. It was an electronic source. Let me find it again. Okay, so I did that, comma, the date. Notice how they do the date, comma, the web address, comma, it was a comma, right? See, I forget. I'm old. What can I say? I forget these things. Yes, it was a comma. You have to make sure you're right. You have to get it all exactly right. Comma, 22 September 2012. I just made that up. Comma, the url.com.edu, whatever, period. And then accessed, and then I'm actually doing this on February 8th. So 8/2/2012, 8 February 2019. Now, then I have to do reverse indentation here, which means I hit enter and tab, and I can tab that over. If you don't hit enter, both lines will tab. So you have to put enter, you put your cursor there, hit enter, and then tab, and tab it over. And so you have to have, you have to have, and notice how this should say dough, right? So, we can say dough here. I'm getting this a little confusing, but I quoted from this article by John Doe, and now here in my works cited page, I have Doe starting off the works cited entry, and then I have Doe cited in the paper, following the quote from the article. So anyway, I hope that is fairly clear to you. Certainly, there are a lot of online resources you can use to learn how to do this. If it is brand new to you, you can go to the last lesson in the course, the persuasive writing folder, which is below my thing. But anyway, persuasive writing folder, and it takes you to more to the Purdue OWL MLA style introduction. Here's another video that you'll be watching about that I created. Maybe that'll help you. Maybe I explained it better in that one. But you can go to this folder to get more information. So I hope that helps you. This assignment is due Thursday, the 7th of March, I think I said. And certainly it is a requirement, a daily grade. It's not a major grade, so it's nothing to get too stressed about. But you do need to get that done. So please let me know if you have questions. Thank you for your attention to this video and to this assignment. And again, I hope you are all doing well, and I hope you all have a great weekend if you are watching this on a Friday. Take care. Thank you.